Hi, I'm Ryan. I'm here with John at Lockhart Gorge in Port Campbell National Park. I've not been here before, so have I been missing out on one of Victoria's most accessible coastal walks? Let's have a look.
There have surely been thousands of photos taken here, and we're here to take just a few more. This area is known as the Shipwreck Coast, and it's home to some of Victoria's iconic coastal landscapes. Before we begin, I want to acknowledge the Eastern Maar people as the traditional owners of the land on which this is filmed, and pay respects to elders past, present and emerging. We're stopping at the 12 Apostles visitor site in Port Campbell National Park on our way to Lockhart Gorge. The kiosk here has maps, refreshments and souvenirs, and conveniently 2 unisex accessible toilets. The path to the lookout is wide and flat, and some might find it a little steep. It's a short roll that dips under the Great Ocean Road and up towards the lookouts. I needed a bit of a push, but past this, the gradient is mostly light and the surface is even and wide. The first sight of the view here is over some short scrub, and it's a glimpse that will leave you wanting more. Further down, the accessible path hooks back to a timber walkway and ultimately to the main viewing platform. This is the view that draws thousands of visitors every year. It can get a little busy, so to beat the crowds, consider visiting in the morning. Today, the lookouts aren't too busy and there's plenty of space to move around. The platform and railing allow for the spectacular view of these famous limestone towers. Just 5 minutes drive west of the 12 Apostles is Lockhart Gorge. There's not a lot of cover here and there aren't toilets, so it's best to have a rest stop at Port Campbell or at the 12 Apostles. At Lockhart Gorge, we're exploring first the Shipwreck Walk and then the Geology Walk. Both lead to the cliff tops and to vast views out across the ocean. The first stop looks down to the once hidden yellow sands of the gorge. I had to look through and above the shrubs for a good view of the beach. We head on towards the Shipwreck Lookout. A steeper section of the path requires a bit of help, and then we're on our way, listening to the wash of the waves getting closer. Eventually, we arrive at the modest viewing platform. The metal railings offer an accessible panorama which is somehow calming and exhilarating. Be mindful of the gaps between the timber decking as you turn to take in the views. The Geology Walk is 900 metres long, and it starts with a wide bitumen road at the car park. I need a bit of help on the way to our first stop, the Island Arch Lookout. The terrific view of these rugged tall islands is taken in from a large timber platform with steel railings. There's a bench here and plenty of space to enjoy the scenery. Returning to the path, it's not long before we find ourselves approaching the Geology Lookout. The surface changes from bitumen to a loose stone, which I sometimes found tricky. The lookout reveals a wide view of the rocky coast and of the closest rock formation, the Razorback. You can see the layers of this limestone island as the sea laps below. There's an elevated stone section which, while it's a bit steep, offers a slightly higher view and a moment to rest. I can't believe I hadn't been here before. The paths are mostly flat and level, and the views are incredibly beautiful. This won't be the last time I visit, and you should definitely come and check it out too.